Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rebecca. So today we are at the Goodwill Bins and we are going to be thrifting for this nautical kind of coastal vibe I've been seeing for like spring and summer. I'm really excited. I've been seeing a lot of like blue stripes and beautiful coastal soft fabrics, linens. It's just so nice and summery and a little bit preppy, so it's really fun. Anyways, I always find such good things at this Goodwill Bins outlet. It's incredible. Just wait and see. Anyways, let's go inside and see what we can find. So if you don't know, the Goodwill Bins is a place where you pay for items by the pound. And here it's $1.65, so it is an incredible deal. And especially with like a coastal nautical theme where we're trying to find lots of linen, like this striped top, it's going to be very cheap since it's so lightweight and it is so cute. I also found this gray sweater with a little bow on the back, and I was almost duped into getting these brown trousers. I really thought they were wool. They were a polyester blend, but this piece was actually 100% wool. However, it was another victim of our blazer upcycle trends, which no shame because we've all had not great thrift flips. I also found this wool sweater. The colors were interesting, but just not for me. I found a Babaton tube top. It was this nude color that would not have been the best on me. This brown long sleeve looks very understated, but trust me, I have a plan for it. So we snatched it up. I'm not a fan of hockey, only a fake fan, so I didn't get that t-shirt and left it for the real fans. I also found this medieval costume dress, which I'm so sad this probably went to the landfill. I just didn't have a use for it. And how sad to see this beautiful handmade blanket at the bins. I had, again, no space or use for it. I actually asked a group of older ladies if they wanted it, but they said no. And this beautiful blue linen overshirt is going to be perfect for our theme. This black wool jacket will not be perfect for our theme, and it also didn't fit me. But lest we forget all the beautiful wool jackets that go to the landfill. And this kimono almost duped me into thinking that it was silk. It kind of had that silky sheen and feel to it, to the point that I honestly bought it, but when I got it home, I realized, no, Rebecca, this is definitely polyester. It's not even in the haul. I already donated it. Although I do love wide sleeves on a cardigan like this, so it's inspiring me. And I never find jeans at the Goodwill Bin, so finding these felt like finding a needle in a haystack. However, they both just weren't functional as pants anymore. One of the zippers didn't work, and one of them had zigzag stitches all over it. And how lovely and preppy is this jacket. I love the gingham. And there was also this vintage green jacket. It says it was made in 1969. The brand was Croydon. I really considered it, but it was just too big on me. And also the buttons were on the other side, which means it was a men's. So it just wasn't made for my, my measurements. But then I found these 100% wool pants. And how in the world do I say no to that, despite it being like summer basically? Those definitely went in my cart. You absolutely know it. And I couldn't read the language on the tag, but I always rely on my trusty sniff test. It's a little nasty at the bins, but you gotta commit. And then I was rewarded with one of my favorite finds from the haul, which are these linen blend Banana Republic pants. They were so perfect for our theme. I had to get them. You will love them in the try on haul. And I was rewarded again with this lace dress. Can you believe it? It is one of the most beautiful things. I'm getting married this summer, and it is just gonna be, I don't know what I'm gonna wear it for, but I'm gonna wear it for something because it is perfect. Look at those buttons, look at the cuffs. I'm literally speechless, as I hope you are. And of course, for the theme, we're looking for these flowy white tops that are perfect for coastal, so I picked that up. And then I found some cool little items that I just had to show you. First, I found this fake sheepskin jacket that I really considered, but ultimately I just have so many things that if it's not 100% perfect, I just shouldn't get it. And then, okay, stay with me here. I think this jacket would be really, really cool with buttons on it, and this short sleeve button-up top that I just had to get for our theme. It was just too perfect for like a coastal nautical theme. And I am having deep regrets about not getting this skirt, only because it was 100% silk. I didn't love the pattern though, so maybe I was right to not get it. Let me know. I also found this very trendy button-up with a built-in scarf. The color was interesting, but I got it anyways. And then I found the summer dress of my dreams. I loved the colors in it. And honestly, at first I wasn't sure, but I'm really glad I put it in the cart because you'll see the try on later. I also found this wool Babaton skirt. I was just doing so well at the bins. I'm also keeping a very keen eagle eye out for any potential wedding decor because, girl, you know weddings are expensive. And I found these gorgeous vintage frames that I can't wait to put pictures in. Oh, they're beautiful. This next find is also top of my list in the faves. I found this blue and white sweater, and at first it was just the pattern. I thought the pattern was gorgeous, but then I realized it's merino wool, and it is a crazy expensive brand. I can't believe that it was going to be going to the landfill. You know I snatched that up. I got a little gingham button up, and the cart was looking excellent. I am so excited to show you guys everything, but we kept going for honestly only 5 minutes. You guys, I'm so glad I did because we found this museum quality wool poncho or cape with a built-in scarf, and could you imagine if I had walked away without that? And the very last find I found was this Burberry scarf. Are you kidding me? I'm shocked. As are you. I was actually in a super big rush to get out of there, so me finding this was so by chance, and I'm really glad we found it. Grab your water, silence your phones, because we are about to get into a very good Goodwill Bins haul. We got a lot of good items for our nautical, coastal kind of fisherman theme, so let's get into it. Okay, so first off, this is possibly one of my favorite items. I found these Banana Republic linen pants. Now, they are actually a size 10, so they're a bit big on me, but it makes the perfect low rise. I was gonna sell these. I'm keeping them. They're definitely going to be mine. They're a really nice wide leg, and I just roll them up and they're perfect. And they fit our theme just so excellently, I had to put it first. So I'm wearing it with this black and white polka dot sleeveless top. And then this cream cardigan over top that's kind of like loose. It's kind of fisherman. The polka dots feel nautical. The linen feels coastal. This would have been probably like $1 because it weighs literally nothing, being linen. And yeah, I don't care what people say. I think Banana Republic is nice. I think it is a good brand. I am really, really happy we found these. They were such a good deal. Okay, moving on. I found this dress. Now this dress I almost didn't get. I really almost put it back, and I'm very glad I didn't because it is one of my favorite things in this haul. I love all the colors in it. These like more saturated colors on the bottom are perfect for me, and I love midi lengths. I just kind of accessorized it with like a headscarf and a mini bag and white sandals. I think it's already coastal in and of itself, so we really didn't need to do very much. I maybe could have added like a cardigan like the last outfit, but you know what? It looked cute on its own, and I'm really glad we found it. This next item is definitely unique. I found this green blouse. Now, I've looked at it since our haul and thought, I hate that, but it actually doesn't look too bad on. It's a little bit eclectic. I'm wearing it with these pants that I thrifted in a future video you'll see soon. But what I liked about it was that it had this built-in scarf that is very trendy right now. And even despite it being a trend, I think it's just kind of fun to have an attached scarf. I think what I don't love about it necessarily is the fabric. Or maybe it's the color. It's just kind of not my favorite. But I do think it looks kind of cool with these pants. I look like a theater teacher, you know, like your older theater teacher who's still very eccentric. But anyways, it is vintage. The brand is Passion, and I thought it was definitely worth it to try out. That's what's so nice about the Goodwill Bins is you can find things for so cheap, so it's really easy to like try out new trends. So this next piece also isn't very nautical or coastal, but I had to get it. I found this gray knit. Normally, I hate gray, but this knit is so nice. What I really like about it is that it's cropped and boxy. I really like that style for high-waisted, mid-rise, or low-rise pants. It just looks good. And the cute thing about this one is it has this nice little bow in the back, and I love these balloon sleeves. I just love everything about it. Here's the only thing. I'm pretty sure that it's acrylic. The brand is Zara. It doesn't have a composition tag, but I just know that I'm breathing this in, probably. But you know what? Beauty is pain. I'll do it for fashion, it's fine. Despite that though, I have definitely been loving this for spring. I'm wearing it with this blue, long, tighter skirt, and I kind of like the silhouettes together. It's not nautical, but I'm happy that I got it. Moving on, I also found this white cotton top. White cotton obviously feels very coastal to me, and especially with these balloon sleeves and with like the eyelet fabric, it's very, very comfortable. The brand is Cupio, and I am wearing it with these white pants, this brown belt, and this hat, because in a lot of like Pinterest nautical outfits I was looking at, they're wearing a lot of like these hats, you know, for the sun, when you're enjoying the sun and the surf, you know, you're on a boat. I need my hat. Obviously, it's an okay outfit, it's fine. I feel like this needs to be more cropped, but I would be way too sad to cut off the eyelet fabric on the bottom, so I'm definitely not doing that. But it definitely is a nice comfy top, maybe something nice to lounge in. What I'd love to wear with it is some kind of like lacy shorter skirt, or like a skirt with like this eyelet fabric. I think that would be very cute. Moving on, I found this long sleeve brown top, which does look very boring, but I had a vision for it. I've been really wanting tighter long sleeves to wear with like longer skirts, and I found that I really only have one long skirt to wear with this, and that is that rusty brown skirt that I have. I kind of like the silhouette together. It feels kind of 2000s. Then I'm just wearing black flats and my white Coach bag. The brand is Bossini, and the v-neck is definitely higher than I was anticipating. It's not my favorite, but it definitely works for a lounge top, and it works with like this tighter skirt kind of idea that I was thinking, so I'm glad that I found it. Next up, I also found this gray skirt. The brand is Babaton, and it does say made with wool. It was made with, let me just see here. It is mostly wool, so that's nice, but this slit, it's a little high, isn't it? I think I might just be a little too big for it, or somebody has shrunk it only in that part of the skirt. So I think the slit is definitely too high for me to wear out. But to style it, I'm wearing this brown belt, these brown riding boots, and this red wool jacket. Moving on, I found this wool cape, and I love it so much. This is the second wool cape I found at the Goodwill Bins, and they are so worth it. I love the fringe on it, and my favorite thing about this cape is that it has a built-in scarf. Look how cute it is. It's missing a button, but that's okay, we'll forgive it. I just love capes, and I especially love capes in the shoulder season, like in the spring. It's such good quality too, like the wool feels so thick. This is the type of piece that feels like it should have been in a museum or something, and it just happened to end up in the Goodwill Bins, like they were getting rid of it. I don't know. Anyways, I'm really glad that I snatched it up, and I cannot wait to wear it once it gets colder again. The next piece we got is this short-sleeved white collared shirt. Now, the brand is Dansat, and it looks like a top that was either really expensive or from a hotel uniform, and there's really no in between. It does have some kind of nice craftsmanship that feels well done and structured, like there's pleats in it, so I'm a bit confused. What I liked about it was the color and this really light fabric. It felt very coastal. It was definitely on theme, plus these big buttons are very cool looking, and of course the massive collar. I am wearing it with these linen trousers and this gold tank top, and then this silk scarf tied around my waist like a belt, and these white sandals. I feel like this definitely needs to be worn as like an overshirt. I think I would like it better maybe over top of like a shorter dress. I think that would be cute, but again, this is so lightweight, it probably cost me $1, so I think it was very worth it, even if it is a hotel uniform. This next piece is incredible. I found this wool and cashmere blend sweater. Look at this pattern. It's so cool. The brand is Equipment Femme, and it's honestly, I think, like a $300 sweater, which is crazy. I mean, it is really a nice sweater. What I loved about it was obviously the materials and this really unique pattern, and I'm wearing it with just these like loosey white pants to make it more coastal, and the colors in the top are definitely that like blue and white nautical kind of theme, even though it definitely looks very Christmas. Like it almost looks like a snowflake, but not quite. Obviously, I'll be packing this one away for the winter, but I'm very glad to have found it at the Goodwill Bins. It's the type of thing I just don't pass up on no matter what season we're in. And the next piece we got is this pair of black pants that I am pretty sure are 100% wool. Mostly just based on the feel of them. They don't feel like polyester. They kind of have that like wool quality to them. Unfortunately, I tried them on and they are definitely skinny jeans, so they need to be worn with boots, which means I need to finally get some tall boots. I am wearing them with my tall brown boots. I don't love it. I'm also wearing this black and white sleeveless top, It's fine. It kind of feels like something that was really popular on Pinterest in like 2015, 2014. It's not the worst outfit either. I feel kind of like an equestrian in like the tight pants and the riding boots. There isn't a brand on them, but it's all in Chinese, I think. So no mystery solved here, but I'm very glad that I got them because they will be super warm in the winter. And next up is a piece I think we have all been waiting for. I found this Burberry scarf and I really can't tell if it's real. I feel it and it feels like wool, but I didn't do a burn test. The biggest thing though is it has a seam on the edges, which kind of tells me it might be fake, but the logo looks so on point, so I'm a little bit confused. I don't know. If it is a real Burberry then, oh my gosh. I guess sound off in the comments if you think it's real or not. I'm definitely on the fence, but either way, I love the colors in it, like this pink and cream color is kind of fun. Obviously, the fact that it's possibly Burberry is extremely tantalizing. The other thing is it has this black band at the bottom, and that also makes me think that it's potentially not real. I don't know. I am just wearing it with this white asymmetrical top and these black wide leg pants. I'm kind of wearing it as like a shawl, you know, as a Burberry scarf should be worn. So that's what I was trying to go for with this. Okay, call me crazy for this next piece, but I got this yellow jacket. I loved the colors in it and it felt like it might have been raw silk. It has what's apparently called frog buttons, I believe, like the decorative clasps in the front, and then it has like a mandarin collar. The way I think I maybe want to change it, and I'm sorry for saying this, is I might take off these frog button clasps and replace them with wooden buttons because I think that would make it look a little more understated, which is what I'm kind of going for. But I would also be sad to get rid of like these pretty clasps, so I'm kind of on the fence. The brand is Tang style. I'm pretty sure it's called a Tang jacket. Don't quote me on that. I don't fully know, but I couldn't see it go to waste. Like, it's too sad to see it be thrown in the trash. And moving on, I found this lace dress. Oh my goodness, I love this dress so much. And I really appreciate the fact that it is fully lace. I'm sure a machine did it, but I still think it's very impressive. I love these fabric colored buttons down the front, and I even like the skater silhouette. It's not terrible. It has belt loops, so it's obviously missing a belt. So I just added this white leather belt and it's fine. The brand is Red's Hall Woman, which isn't like a fancy brand, but honestly, this dress is kind of well done. The only thing that could be better is these cuffs could be a little bit tighter around my wrists. But I think it's really beautiful and I think I'll be wearing it a lot this summer, particularly since I'm getting married. I could definitely see this being like my rehearsal dinner dress or something like that, or my bridal shower dress. So anyways, I'm really excited about it. And moving on, I got this blue linen shirt. Now blue is one of my favorite colors, so as soon as I saw this, I knew I had to get it. And also the fact that it's this really, really nice 100% linen fabric was not too shabby either. It's very long on me. Like, my fiance is 6'1", and these are as long as his dress shirts, so it's just not proportional. I tied it up for this outfit because I felt like that's what made the most sense. And then I'm wearing it with these white shorts. I definitely need to find more shorts for the summer. I'm wearing a brown belt and a silk headscarf because I feel like the silk headscarves just make any outfit feel more nautical, more summer, and so I had to add it, obviously. But anyways, I think it'll just be a nice linen overshirt for summer, for going hiking, for putting it on top of a bathing suit. It is just versatile, and I know that I'll use it a lot. And this next piece we got is this gingham button-up, which again, I got for some very stressful interviews. I actually got them for my med school interviews. I had 4 and I'm waitlisted at 2 schools. Anyways, it's a fine top. I don't like button-ups. I really don't like workwear clothing. It's kind of my least favorite genre of clothing. So I'm wearing it with this nude tank top, these jeans, and these black loafers. It feels kind of 90s. It kind of reminds me of something like Monica would wear on Friends. And then this top is just kind of done up in a little tie at the front, which also feels kind of coastal, kind of nautical, particularly with this blue and white theme. Next up, I also found this blue and white striped linen shirt. Now, I realized after I got it, it does have a hole in it. You have to be careful with that at the Goodwill bins. And the armpits are not blue and white, you could say. So I think I need to do some kind of thrift flip with it. I think I need to like kind of cut out the armpits, and I want to make it into one of those kind of like boat neck, off the shoulder tops that are kind of tighter at the bottom. I think those tops are really cute, and I think the linen would be really, really good for that style of top. The brand is C&C California, and it's naturally asymmetrical, which I actually kind of like. So then I'm just wearing it with some white pants and a silk headscarf, and I think we're ready to go to the beach. We're ready to visit our cottage on the lake, you know, the ocean. The ocean. I also got this 100% sheepskin rug, which I kind of ruined a little bit. I have washed sheepskin rugs before with success. This one, I think I got a little bit too wet and it's too hard. So please, 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 if you've gone through this, tell me what actually worked aside from beating it with a bat, because I've tried that and maybe I didn't put as much muscle into it as I should have, but that didn't work for me. And I also found all these vintage gold picture frames that I'm gonna use for my wedding. I'm picturing like a bookcase, which I've seen before at weddings, with like photos of like him and I, or like, you know, us growing up, or like me and my family in these gold picture frames. I think it'll be really nice. So anyways, that was everything I got. Let me know what your favorite piece was down in the comments below. If I had to choose mine, it is between the white linen pants, the wool cape, and the lace dress. I just love all three of those. I love all the pieces, but oh, and the paisley dress. Okay, I love them all. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this one. Check out my Poshmark, check out Blue Genoa. Thank you guys for sticking around, even though I'm really bad at keeping to my posting schedule. I promise I am trying. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.